Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Thursday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company of Mullen, Nebraska. Eat like a rancher. America First means buying directly from the producer. Be the change. To learn about everything Sandhills Beef Company has to offer, head on over to their website, sandhillsbeefco.com. Also sponsored by RCAF USA, fighting for independent American cattle producers. To sign the petition for the beef checkoff referendum, you can head on over to RCAF's website, or you can sign it at www.checkoffvote.com. According to Yahoo News, late in 2020, the Thomas County Sheriff's Office in Alabama received a complaint from a stockyard regarding bad checks they had received from a gentleman residing in Hartford, Alabama. The gentleman, Brent Edward Bennett, who was doing business under Bennett Cattle Company, is a regular customer there at the stockyard. He purchased cattle from the stockyard with a check for $248,000. The feedlot later realized that the funds were not available to cover that $248,000 check. A second check to the stockyard from Bennett for $149,000 also bounced. When investigators met with Bennett and his lawyer, he said that he writes the checks and then wires the money the next day. However, he refused to provide requested bank documents and wired money for the $149,000 check. That was no good. It was also discovered that along with these checks, Bennett has other invoices to the stockyard that are unpaid. In total, Bennett owes the stockyard $383,000, according to records obtained by the Sheriff's Office and USDA. Bennett, 37, is being charged with theft by deception. He was released from the Thomas County Jail on a $10,100 bond. Bennett purchased the cattle from the stockyard, and then he turned around and sold them to feedlots. And the actual whereabouts of these cattle are unknown. As of Tuesday, the U.S. Secret Service had entered the investigation. Bloomberg has reported that the world will pay more for meat as food inflation deepens. Over the past year, food inflation has been felt by everyone around the globe. Consumers have seen prices increase for everything from peanut butter to fresh fruit, and it's about to get worse, specifically for meat. Farmers and ranchers are feeling the pressure of increased feed costs as corn and soybean prices have climbed to heights not seen in 7 years. Since December 1st, corn futures in Chicago have risen 28% and soybeans 18%. This has resulted in feed costs increasing 30% or more. Around the world, livestock producers are feeling the impacts of increased feed costs. According to Embrapa, a state-owned agricultural research agency in Brazil, the country's largest poultry shipper saw the cost of producing chickens increase 39% just in 2020. According to Rabobank senior analyst Chan Jun Pan, livestock operations in Europe are being hit incredibly hard by high feed costs. They are also seeing decreased demand due to COVID-19 lockdowns. Pan said that there is a chance that smaller hog farmers may be forced to exit the market because of these factors. Despite their large profits, and keep in mind, when I say large profits, I mean they're making an average of $300 a head currently, and they have been for the past few weeks. Tyson Foods is increasing its prices to deal with increased costs in the supply chain. Those increases from Tyson will be felt in the coming months with higher price tags on beef, pork, and chicken throughout the world. When you read that, you would think they would be paying more money for cattle. Increased costs. Kind of throws a person for a loop. Anyways, another contributor of rising meat costs is the animal disease outbreaks, African swine fever, and the avian influenza that continues to roll through Europe and Asia. Bloomberg has also reported that in 2020, agriculture land values increased 6% according to the Chicago Fed's latest ag letter. This is the largest gain in land value since 2012 across the seventh Federal Reserve District, which encompasses most of Illinois and all of Iowa, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Lower interest rates and a rebound in revenues from corn and soybeans helped shoot farmland prices upwards. All the states in the 7th Federal Reserve District saw increased crop production compared to the year before, except for Iowa, who suffered $11 billion in losses due to the derecho storm that hit last August. A poll conducted with 137 agricultural bankers revealed that 58% predict farmland values to increase in the first 3 months of 2021. 42% expect land worth to remain stable, and none of the banks see it declining in the near future. Finally, National Beef Wire reported yesterday that choice box beef ended the day at $237.51. That was up $2.74. And select box beef ended the day at $225.64, and that was up $3.61. We continue to see those box beef prices climb. That is all I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone's week is going well. I hope some of you are enjoying this nicer weather we're having. I think it got up to about 10 degrees here yesterday, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was great, and it's only going to get better. Have yourself a tremendous Thursday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.